Yo, what up, it's Don.
Samuel here.
Shout out to all the Max boys.
Oh, I am not a huge fan of Max, and I'm not a Max boy. Are you a Max boy?
No.
Yeah.
But we'll cover Air Max for you guys.
Yes. I do think it's comfortable, but it's not as comfortable as other shoes like foam, which we'll get into.
But the lineage is at this point is basically like aesthetics.
Yeah.
I don't feel like anyone's buying them for comfort. I mean,
That's
everyone
true.
I guess pretty much knows that Air Max is not like the most comfortable cushion setup.
Yeah.
Or you should know that.
I mean, you should, but I think a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, dude, it's actually comfortable. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think you're tripping.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we have where is it? We have this, which is the first type of iteration of. This is not an OG. I think it's more of like a
Retro.
Yeah, no, not really. They put futuristic vibes on a
Yeah, it's like
older
revamped.
shoe. Exactly. So this is the first type of Air Max unit.
180.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're calling it. I guess it is 180 degrees. I don't know. Their naming is a little weird, which we'll get into. But yeah, this sucks. I really don't like Air Max. It's an air bubble, but there's pillars on it, and like in this way, you're not gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But that's one of the first iterations, and of course, we've seen it in some basketball shoes with the LeBron 12 Low. Like a heel unit Air Max or Air Max heel unit,
Which is 180. I mean, at least it's a 180 window.
Yes.
Like in that other shoe, I think it's probably 180 degrees, but you don't have a 180 degree window in the shoe you just showed.
So what do you call it? 90
don't know.
degrees.
Yeah.
I don't. What is it, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So the pillars, the pillars are right underneath your foot, and the pillars are very stiff. So it doesn't really allow for any compression because it's just full on plastic. But then I guess like it gives you maybe like an inch, a couple centimeters around the edge of the kind of like unit, and that's what compresses. Which you have to like compress or your heel or whatever to actually feel the compression. I mean, the compression is nice and there's a lot of it, but you have to like really dig into the edges to just feel it.
But to me, that's kind of like the opposite of what you'd want.
Yeah.
Not only in a casual shoe, but in a performance shoe as well.
Yeah.
Towards the edge, you'd want it to be a little stiffer to be a little bit more stable.
Yeah.
And have the center of the shoe have a little bit more impact protection.
Exactly.
So it kind of almost defeats the purpose in both categories.
Yeah, I mean,
casual and performance.
I guess casually it's okay. It doesn't really matter for support.
But I'd like to feel it right under my heel.
Exactly. Like for example, the Curry 6, it uses hover, super stiff as far as like compression goes. Really no compression in the shoe, but like in between or like in the middle of the shoe, we're guessing it's a hover kind of like core or whatever. It's actually really soft, and you can kind of feel like a little bit of a compression and it being soft. In the middle, which is basically the opposite of what Air Max does. We've seen stuff like this, and of course we have this shoe that just came out. And the thing is, Air Max is super expensive.
Yeah.
This is $160, and it's Air Max. Like, come on, the Air Max, really? But yeah, this is a what would you call it? A 360 degree unit?
That's about a 340 degree unit.
Yeah. It's so weird because like the Air Max 720 is this, but then this is 360, and then of course this is 270. Yeah. So that's really weird. I mean, 720 is like 3 times around, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that 3 spins?
It's a spiral.
Right? So this is a full length unit. While I'm playing in this, one thing I did notice is that it's so stiff. You can't bend this. You really can't. I think if you did, it like pop or like it did destroy the unit. I think maybe that's why it's so hard to bend. So full length Air Max, not my thing. There is a lot of compression on the edges, which feels pretty nice, but you really have to get in there. And when you're running on your forefoot and stuff, you're not really gonna feel it. And also, it's a little too thin on the edges to actually compress in the forefoot as well. So not super great, but I do like the compression if you guys like that. And of course, they have their the Vapor Max, just still looks like cow udders to me, especially in the middle,
But it's pretty out there as far as feeling that
Yeah.
If you want to feel some crazy compression.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. So this is their new iteration, I guess, of last year. I think it was last year, 2018, 2017, something like that. But yeah, the compression is crazy. But like I said, it's like your foot is on top of, this is basically plastic.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Super stiff, like TPU.
Yeah.
Right underneath your heel.
And, it's like this, and then the cushion's going up and
like being on a diving board.
Yeah.
Like when you land on a diving board, you feel it right on your heels.
Yes.
Hitting your heels pretty hard, but then it bounces.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar effect, right?
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable if you like that compression, that feeling. But it's like if you're gonna be walking on your feet, obviously, the whole day, it's not super comfortable because your heel is still like on that hard plastic.
Yeah.
It's comparing it to like the Epic React, which is actually foam, and the entire cushion compresses, and in the middle of your foot you can feel the softness of the shoe, of the cushion, and you can basically walk around, or I can basically walk around all day in this.
Mm-hmm.
No problems with this React midsole. Same thing with the 270, and I think it was this is actually a pretty smart idea because you have a lot of flex here in the forefoot as comparing it to a full length unit, and the cushion is super soft, whatever cushion they're using, and the heel compression is actually pretty nice. If you see it, it's so much thicker, and this is the first unit to be used casually, and also 720 is the second shoe to be designed for just casual use.
Yeah, they got rid of the pillars. Well, I guess it's just one big pillar.
Yeah.
But there's a huge space on the entire edge that has no pillars in it.
Yeah, if you look at it, it's basically like 2 times bigger. Maybe like 2.5 times bigger as far as just its space that's actually air. And the pillar here, if you see the actual Air Max, it's like pretty close to the edge. But in the 270, it's really not. And same thing with kind of like the Vapor Max. And with the Air Max 720 unit, it looks pretty much the same. I don't know if it's thicker in the heel. You think it's thicker? I think it's the same in the heel.
Yeah, probably.
Right? So if it's the same in the heel, it's probably gonna be it's still crazy. The compression is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's not the most comfortable as far as like your foot actually going into a soft cushion. But also another thing is, I think like the full length Air Max, it might not flex like this.
Yeah.
So if it's made for casual use, I don't think.
Yeah, because this center pillar plate kind of runs through it's probably gonna run through the whole the whole outsole.
Yeah.
Which kind of make it a little bit more rigid.
And also in the forefoot, it's like super thin, or it's pretty thin. It looks like, and I don't think you're not gonna be walking like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To feel the compression in the forefoot. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I am skeptical. I don't think it's gonna be the most comfortable shoe ever. It definitely I think this is probably the most comfortable Air Max ever. And this was the second best selling, or like top 5 selling shoes of last year for Nike, which
I see everyone rocking those.
Yeah.
I think they look pretty dope.
Yeah, for a new silhouette, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So the 720 definitely has a lot to live up to. What do you think about the upper? The upper is whack.
Yeah, right? I don't know. There's something I like about it. Like, I like the materials.
Yeah, it's like mesh in this colorway, and then there's it's like foam, like a foam material in some other colorway.
Yeah, but the design of it definitely looks. I mean, it looks
weird.
Like a shoe. Like it looks futuristic, kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
The designers of this shoe said they're going for like a more minimalistic vibe because the swoosh is small and futuristic vibe as well. We have some colorways that are releasing. So this Northern Lights colorway, I guess it's kind of like a pack.
Mm-hmm.
Purple and green. They're coming out on February 1st on sneakers. On sneakers in limited quantities. If you guys want to cop those.
But don't fall for that because these shoes are going to be available everywhere.
Yeah, I think so. And then February 21st, for Nike Plus members, you have the Sunrise and Sunset colorway.
For the exclusive Nike Plus members, which is basically everyone in the world who's ever bought something from Nike.
Yes.
I like what they're able to do with this upper though. Like the kind of gradient vibe.
Yeah.
Very sick.
So you have that, and of course, on February 28th, we have the Total Eclipse, Sea Force, and Pink Sea colorways.
Wow.
Well, I think that's your That's your color. It's more
right
like
there.
a triple black.
Yeah.
It is $180, which is expensive as fuck. So that kind of sucks. But you know, I don't know, man. I think they're charging too much for that. $180 is too much, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we'll test it and we'll do comparison stuff for you guys. But just wanted to give you our thoughts on the actual official pictures. And you know, it is made for casual use, so we'll have to see if it's comfortable.
The question is, does it basketball?
Yes.
That's all we really care about.
That is the question also. They did, you know, do this unit, so we'll have to see it on the 720 unit. Also, the naming is weird. It was 720.
I'm so confused.
Should it be the 360? But they already made 360, so I guess it's
three times 720 better. Is impossible. That means two of them stacked together or something, right?
Yeah, it's you can't really do 3 spins on the shoe.
It would need to be a spiral.
Yeah, is it 723 spins?
It's 2 spins.
2 spins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 540s.
It's 1.5. Yeah.
And the 7th. Okay. I haven't been snowboarding in a while, so
yeah.
But you know, tell us what you guys think of the Air Max 720, and a review will be coming soon for you guys as well. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.